Hey everyone, Darren here from the Music Vault. I did this video, I completed it, and it sucked. I didn't like it, so I'm gonna do it again. This is my third attempt at it. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna leave it the way it was, and I'm just gonna show you what I got. A little bit of a metal update. It's all metal, death metal, black metal, a little bit of punk. Well, one album was punk. I don't know if I've shown that. I'm not sure. Some thrash metal, all sorts of, all metal, all things good. Ooh, that was cold. Raven live, and I think this is, yeah, live at the Inferno. Oh, it says right there, live in the Inferno, at the Inferno. It's live Raven. I'm just getting back into this band, or I'm just actually getting into this band. When I was a kid, I heard them and I didn't like it. I think I had the album Life's a Bitch when I was a kid. I didn't like it, so I think I traded it for something else and got rid of it somehow. But oh, my alarm's going off, chirping. So that'll be an annoyance throughout the video, but just try to ignore it. I got actually, I have this playing in the background, which is Dawn, Slaughterson, Crown of the Triarchy. Fabulous, 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 amazing black metal from, I think these guys are from Sweden. I absolutely love this album. One of my favorite black metal albums for sure. A couple other ones like Grave Declaration, Ancestor, like a lot of the Christian black metal. And I'm not going to get into the rant like I did in the last video before I deleted it, but I'm not going to get into it. Black metal is black metal. We'll just end it there. But I have a lot of actually, I don't have a lot. My collection for black metal is growing. Like I have bands like Immortal and Dawn, Ancestor, Grave Declaration. I have a couple of Cradle of Filth albums, Cruelty and the Beast, and I think there was one other one, Darkly something or other. I think I don't listen to it all that often, but I do like some Cradle of Filth stuff. I don't like the satanic stuff, so I have a hard time listening to Cradle of Filth sometimes. I have to be in the mood, and then usually I only last maybe, well, Cruelty and the Beast. I listen to that album. That's a great album. But I don't listen to a lot of the secular black metal as opposed to. But I do have some like Immortal and like Dawn. There's a couple other ones I can't remember. I'm not a huge black metal guy, but I'm getting into it more and more. The new Nile, Vile and Neolotic Rites. Jury's still out on this one, as to me they have changed their sound a little bit. They're not as heavy as they were, and the vocal style, I think maybe it's because the vocal style has changed a little bit. Carl Sanders still has that really low guttural, but there's a new singer, bass player, I think, on this, and he's more kind of like what would he be like? Maybe like a Crisian kind of style vocals. It's more of the shouting death metal style that there is. You can understand him a little bit more. Not my not the guttural stuff like this. Dallas something or other, I can't remember, Wolbers or whatever, that left the band. And they're not as technical. I think this is purely on my opinion. Not as technical. The album isn't as good as the last one or the one before. It's a fair album. It's a good album, but I mean, go listen to it. If you like Nile, you'll like this album. It's because it's Nile, but it's just a few elements that aren't as good as their other stuff. Still a good album, but nonetheless. Now this one, I'll give you a short rundown on this one. This is Dust Bolt, Awaken the Riot. I got this album, opened it up, went to pick my girls up from school, threw it in the van, in the CD player, and that's where it sat for 3 months. I couldn't get that thing out of there to save my life. I had even phoned the wreckers to buy a new one so I could yank that one out and rip it apart to get the... I paid $11 for this CD, and I was willing to rip a $900 stereo apart. That's what the Chrysler dealership wanted to charge me, $900 for a new stereo. So it sat in there. So every once in a while I would hit eject just to hopefully it would pop out. And about a week ago I hit eject, and guess what popped out? Yeah, I was pretty stoked. I started laughing. My daughter was in the car. So I had a good laugh out of it. So, yeah, great thrash. I think they're from Germany. Great thrash. Up next, new Cattle Decapitation, Death Atlas. This album is friggin' amazing. It's just Cattle Decapitation, only better. They just get better and better. Comes with... Now, the reason why it's out is because I did the video, and now I'm just doing it, whatever. Like, just grabbing what's in front of me. Comes with a printed sheet, lyrics that nobody can read. And it comes on... a marble, like, orangey, burnt orange, and it's got black and yellows and reds, and yeah, it's just a really nice looking vinyl. I like the splatter versions. I think they're really cool. I just ordered the Paramecium, the very first album from Paramecium, and it's coming exhumed, and it's coming I think it gets released in April. And if it comes the way the picture is, man, it's gonna be a sweet looking... It's a double vinyl. I'll show you when I get it, of course. But if that comes the way it looks in the picture, that's gonna be one heck of a nice album. And that's a great album to begin with. Hold on, let me put this away, because if I don't, I always forget. And then it sits there for an hour or two. And then up next is the new Abath, the vocal guitar player from Immortal. Now, this is in the Abath. This is in his vein of black metal. The new Immortal album, Northern Chaos Gods, is phenomenal. It's great. I have that on disc and I have it on CD as well. It's a phenomenal. I don't like a lot of secular black metal, just because I don't enjoy the Satan aspect of it, so therefore I don't buy it. But I'm getting into more black metal as we go, and although it's implied that black metal is satanic, it's not outright praising Satan. So the Immortal stuff I'll buy, because it's kind of like, you know, demons and winter gods and stuff like that. They kind of sing like that. Vast wastelands and stuff like that. Kind of like the Abath stuff as well. They might be very much satanic, only on a different level. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that they don't have lyrics like Gorgoroth or Dark Throne or Emperor or a lot of these witchery or a lot of these bands out there that are more on the satanic side. The lyrics are a little bit more less risque, I guess you could say. They're black metal light in terms of lyrics. Up next, death metal via Gatecreeper. This is their second album, Deserted. This is standard black, just like the Abbat. It's just standard black. It's a great record. Dirty, dismemberish, entombedish style, buzzsaw guitars. But if you like your black metal nice and dirty and drudgy, then Gatecreeper definitely is it. I don't know if I've showed this before, but if I have, sorry. If I haven't, well, here you go. This is D-Cracks with Attention Deficit Disorder, and this is a punk band out of either Belgium or Austria. I can't remember. But if you like the Huntingtons or Ramones style punk rock, definitely give that a whirl. And the last one is Canadian band Trooper. This is their self-titled Trooper album. I got this because the cover's in crappy shape. It's like the vinyl falls out the bottom here, and it's got a lot of wear marks. The edge is all kind of rough. I paid $10 for it, and the only reason why I paid $10 for it is if you see the scribbling on the front, it's all autographed by the band. So I planned on buying it and then framing it and throwing it up on the wall. This album is readily available anywhere. Anywhere where you find used records, you'll find Trooper records. It's kind of like Goddo or Canadian content bands, Helix maybe. Certain albums are just readily more available than other albums. But yeah, I bought this because it is because it was autographed, and that was the only reason why I bought this album. I haven't heard this album. Talked to Scott, and he was saying that it's probably one of their lesser albums. Trooper's a staple in Canada. I mean, anybody that knows classic rock knows who Trooper is. Raise a Little Hell, the Boys in the Bright White Sports Car, 3 Dressed Up as a 9, stuff like that. And those are probably my favorite Trooper songs. But yeah, you'll see that in a frame on my wall somewhere sometime soon. But yeah, that's my update. That's my new vid. Kept it short, under 15 minutes, which is good. I'm still working on that special project. I almost had it done, and then I went to put the glass tabletop in, and of course it didn't fit, so I have to do some thing, and then I have to take it back and paint and do some touch-ups to that. But probably this weekend I will get that video up and running and show you guys my special project. Okay? Alright guys, peace, take care, God bless.